Hills, not PT, sorry, Silent Hills, Metal Gear Solid 5 and Bloodborne. Oh, hungry. Hungry as fuck for those games. And wait a minute, they're all PlayStation 4 exclusives as well, aren't they? Metal Gear... No. Silent Hills and Bloodborne are PlayStation 4 exclusives. But the, Metal Gear Solid 5's not, is it? Metal Gear Solid 5's not. Because it's going to be on Steam at the very least, isn't it? And I assume it's going to be on Xbox One as well. Yeah, it will be. Yeah, because there's Phantom Pain more, wasn't it? Yeah. But still, very, very solid games coming down the line at some point. Very, very solid. Oh, can't fucking wait. Metal Gear Solid 5 looks fucking hype. Bloodborne, hype. Silent Hills, super hype. And that's no slight against Bloodborne. And it's no slight against Metal Gear Solid 5. It's more on the lines of good horror. As has been proven by the Halloween stuff. Good horror is hard to come by. And I'm fussy about it, I am. Like, a game is either horror or it's not, and I don't know, like, there's so many games that just aren't horror. They're in the horror genre, but they're not really horror, and I'm not saying it's just because it's not scary, it's not horror. Just because, it was a horror theme, but, you know, it just wasn't scary, hence it's not horror. I'm not saying that as such. It's just, I don't know, like... Not so great on the ground with horror games. I don't know why. You think there'd be more horror games that have come out by now, but there just isn't. Do you know, horror games that actually understand the mechanics of horror are even rarer. Even fucking rarer, like, very, very scarce. And I think that's why I'm looking forward to Silent Hills even more, because it's gonna be... I mean, it's a bit like Metal Gear Solid games. Like, how many games like Metal Gear Solid come out? Same with Souls games. I mean, there's a lot more Souls games that come out now, because if you think about it, just this year alone, there's been Dark Souls 2, 3 DLCs for Dark Souls 2, and there's Lords of the Fallen. So there's actually been quite a lot of Souls this year, but usually there'd not have been. So Bloodborne would have been quite a unique one as well. Not many, Dark Souls kind of games, Souls series kind of games out. Like I said, not many MGS kind of games out. And not many, I mean, there's horror games, but not many horror games. Not many good ones, let's say at least. So they're all gems, really. Oh, they're at least looking to be so. Like the kings of their genres. Silent Hill in the horror genre. From Software's Soul type series games in that kind of genre. And Metal Gear in the action stealth espionage, whatever it's tactical stealth espionage, whatever they call it, in that genre. All the fucking kings of their own genres. So that's gonna be a good fucking time coming, lads. I'm looking for... Not just me, I bet you all are as well. At least, surely everybody here is at least looking forward to one, if not two, of those 3 games I mentioned. Must be. I mean, how? If not... If you're not looking forward to at least one of those 3 games, Metal Gear Solid 5, Silent Hills, or Bloodborne, that's surprising to me. That'd be surprising to me. I'm not saying everybody has the same game taste, but surely one of those 3 types of games catches you. I'd be amazed. I'd be amazed if not. I mean, I'm not saying like the average gamer has to subscribe to one of those, but generally, like, you know, the more hardcore kind of gamers, which usually would be in at least one of those categories, you know, like the stealth espionage kind of like games, or the Soul series kind of games, or horror games. You think you'd be in, like, you know, one of them? I'd be amazed if not. Certainly, I can't see anybody in stream chat here saying, "Oh, no, I'm actually not looking forward to any of them, OTG, or I'm not into any of those genres." I mean, I'm sure there's some people. I'm not having a go. Obviously, I'm not having a go. But I would just, I'd be surprised. It's such a broad spectrum there, very broad spectrum. I mean, there might just be some Angry Bird pros in stream chat. That's entirely fair enough. Not Angry Birds, Flappy Bird, that's what I was looking for. Flappy Bird. Might be some Flappy pros. And that's a completely respectable genre to apply to. Completely respectable. But nah, I think anybody that'd be watching a stream, certainly watching like my stream and shit like that, is probably quite probably more. I bet there's more people that are into all three of those categories than what there is people that are only into two of those categories. The two of those games. And I bet people that are only into one of those. I should do a straw poll at some point. Just out of, I don't know. I'm curious for some reason. I'm curious. Oh, thank you very much. Oh wait. Oh, yeah. Thank you very much for some points. Very kind, dude. Very kind. Well, to a right little ramble there. It's because it's a great game, Silent Hills. Can't fucking wait. And all the other games coming out around it and in the next year and stuff like that. Awesome. Awesome. And Alpha, you missed my subscribe. I may have done so, sir. The subsystem is down today, unfortunately. It crashed in the first hour of the... Yeah, I was just trying to load it then. It's still crashing. It crashed in the first hour of the stream. And, you know, like, certain programs or just certain crashes, surely everybody's had this at some point or another where, you know, sometimes a program crashes, you just reload it. Over time a program crashes, you need to, like, Control-Delete and go into, like, the process manager. And, you know, end the process and then reload the program. And that's fine. Over time, the program crashes and you cannot get that motherfucker to reload until you reboot your PC. And it didn't seem... With no slight against subs or anything like that, it didn't seem worthwhile to, like, stop the stream, reboot the PC, reset up all the stream and get everybody, like, back there and stuff like that. It didn't seem worth it. People are actually pretty good, and I know somebody subscribed, I think it was Beaster subscribed, and I noticed it. And it seems like I might just missed you. I didn't see any message in the last, like, 20 minutes or anything like that. I didn't notice anything though. I've been looking at stream chat. I didn't see anything there, dude. Oh, maybe you missed, oh, maybe you're talking about on the previous stream. Maybe talking about the previous stream? I'm not sure. But like I say, apologies to both either way, dudes. If it was last stream, I missed it because I was drunk and I wasn't around for the end, or I missed to subscribe. Or today, because the subsystem was down. Like I say, my apologies either way. Thank you very much, Alpha. Cheers for the subscribe, dude. And if you did mention me subscribing, I missed it. Very disappointing. I'm glad Twitch told you specifically less drinking and more clothing. I was a bit of a bastard for both, wasn't I? A bit of a bastard for both. I drink too much. I don't... Thing is, though, like, people like saying, like, I was borderline, like, alcoholic and stuff like that. Like, I had some reputation as, like, a really heavy drinker. I only drunk for 5 streams. It was 5 streams in a row, don't get me wrong. That's alright. But that doesn't seem that hardcore to me. It was like, I mean, I drunk for those 5 streams, and prior to that, I'd maybe drunk for another 5 streams. So in, like, 6 years of playthrough, in 7 years, stuff like that, I've only been drunk for, like, 10 streams. I don't think it's even 10. It's not even double-digit streams. I don't think that's, I don't think that's too excessive. It was certainly excessive last time I drunk. But the rest of the times I've been pretty alright. And like I say, I don't know, it was like some reputation or something like that. Some... I don't know, yeah, like I say, I had a reputation or something like that for always drinking. It's like, actually, like, I am not a drinker, not really. Really not a drinker. I have very rarely, like, just drunk around the house. Very rarely. And... like I say, in the past 6 or 7 years... I'm just trying to think. Oh yeah, like, there might have been one time that I'd had something to drink that you guys didn't see. That's in I mean, you say, oh, well, you weren't streaming for all those 6 years, so it don't count and stuff like that. 7 years. I think 7 years, actually. Certainly, is it 7 years this month? In fact, is my YouTube account 7 or 8 years? Whoa, actually, I'm curious. Is my YouTube account 7 or 8 years old? Because I remember making my YouTube account in November of some year. Was it 2006 or 2007? I am curious. Don't take me to Google Plus. Like I'd want to go to Google Plus. Seriously? When did I join? 28th of November 2006. It'll be... my YouTube channel's 8 years old. In 25 days. Wow, not bad. Not bad. 8 years. Fucking hell. That's insane. I mean, it's not quite... Ooh, they've added a new section to the About section on YouTube. There's actually a place to put an email for business inquiries now. Oh, cool. What was I saying? Yeah, oh yeah, the first playthrough. First HTSF was not in November. That much I definitely know. But yeah, 8 years. 8 years at the end of this month. Fucking hell. Only another 2, and it's 10 years. Holy shit. God damn. That's a long time in YouTube years, man. That's a long time. That's not bad. Happy with that. Like I say, thank you very much for support. Wait a minute. No, we'd already done Hustle Points, haven't we? We'd already done Hustle Points. It was Alpha. Glad you're back though. Like I say, it's been nice to be back. I mean, hopefully my stomach's, like, at least gonna cut me some slack for a while so we can get some streams done. You guys know me lately. I do not speculate stream times anymore. I don't speculate stream times anymore because the randomness of my stomach, I don't know if my stomach's going to be good or not. So I can't know if I'm going to be able to stream or not. So hopefully it cuts me some slack. I will throw out some speculation now though. There should be a stream today, as in Monday. Monday in Europe now. Monday in Europe. And it's going to be Monday in America by that point, but you know, still. I'm saying there'll probably be a stream today. But don't take that as a promise, as a cast iron guarantee, or anything like that. I have to hold my hands up and admit being funny, dudes. I have to put my hands up and admit being a bit funny. I've said before, I have this standard when it comes to the videos and it comes to the streams. I have these. I mean, Jeff said it right on the shoutbox a few days back. You could call it arbitrary. Like very arbitrary rules and ways of going about things. And I can certainly agree from a third person perspective, it does seem quite arbitrary. I would say some of the stuff is arbitrary. Other things are not so. It's just the way that I do it. You know, everybody's got a style. Everybody's got a way about going about things. And these are just some of the things that I do. Like, that's, like I say, some things are arbitrary. Like, here's an example of an arbitrary thing I do. If I started a playthrough drunk, I will not finish it drunk. Because it's too much of a difference of character, let's call it. It's not a character, but you know what I mean? Like, obviously your personality is different, slightly. You know, if you're there sober for like one set and somebody's watching it, and then they go instantly into the second set and you're drunk, that's a bit weird and jarring, and vice versa. It's a bit weird and jarring, and I just don't like doing it like that. So that would be an example of an arbitrary rule. Most people would not give a fuck. Certainly it would be something like a very low percentage, but I kind of do. I don't like the idea of like just the jarring effect of like, you know, you're drunk on one set and then you're not drunk on the other set and stuff like that. So it's like a standard, you know. I have like certain standards, and like I say, some of them are a little bit arbitrary, but that's just an example of one that I would probably put my hands up and say that is a little bit arbitrary. You know, what would be better? A slightly jarring effect for like half an hour tops, and then people not giving a fuck, or that particular game not being finished for possibly another couple of years until I go back to it. You see what I mean? You see? But like I say, I don't know, it's just there's like a desire for a higher level of, or as high as it can be, of craftsmanship across the entire playthrough. And it's, as soon as you go, well, Joe, these sets are drunk and these sets aren't drunk, it should never be an issue anyway. In my other than Subspace Emissary, that was the only HTSF that I'd done drunk in a while. I learnt my lesson from Demon Souls. I learnt my lesson with that. I don't, and probably never will again, do a drunken HTSF. I don't find it disrespectful to the game. or the commentary to play through drunk, because being drunk can add not only a change of pace and a bit of variety, but can also be pretty fucking hilarious as well. Pretty fucking hilarious. So I don't think it's a matter of disrespect to the game, but it can kind of feel like that a little bit. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. Oh shit, I had an overall point to this. I had an overall point. Like I said, that was an example of like a more arbitrary kind of like a standard or a rule, let's call it, an approach, a way about going about things. What was the overall I was talking about? Oh, I just can't remember the overall. Like I say, it was like blah 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 blah. Well, here's an example of something that's, you know, that, could easily be dropped, but, you know, due to the standards, stuff like that, I really don't want to. Yeah. But here's an example of something that I don't consider arbitrary. I almost refuse, pretty much do refuse, to do any form of video stream or anything like that if I ain't feeling 100%. Because that does feel disrespectful. Disrespectful to the game, disrespectful to the commentary, disrespectful to the community, like you guys watching, and disrespectful to myself. I'm not doing myself any justice by doing substandard commentary because I don't feel well. I'm not doing the game any service because I'm doing substandard commentary for it. You know, like, sometimes, like, I've had moments this year, and I apologize, dudes. I've had moments this year, and even moments recently, to be honest, where because I've not felt well, I've not been myself. I've lost pay. I mean, I gotta be honest, guys. Fucking, I have the patience of a saint sometimes. Really do. Fucking patience for days. Like, especially with people. Like, patience for days. And we games for the most part and stuff like that. And I mean, you don't need me to say it, if you're unwell, you don't fucking feel right. And there's been times this year I ain't been my fucking self. A few times this year I have not been myself because it's just easy to fucking get annoyed or, you know, like, frustrated or lose patience, stuff like that. All the typical hallmarks of just not feeling well. And like I said, I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm saying that's the reason why. If it had ever been like a bit short with someone, or a bit easily you're like, well, fucking hell, did you got a bit frustrated at that a bit quickly there, or whatever like that. Like Dark Souls 2 seems to a set of Dark Souls 2 seems to ring a bell this year, where I got very, very fucking mad, and I felt rough that day. I remember that. I felt very fucking rough. And to compound it, I think my e-cig was giving me problems as well. So, not feeling well and a lack of nicotine, not so great. Not so great. Oops, I dropped my e-cig. But like I said, I'd apologise if I'd ever been off. You know, a time here or a moment there, or a discussion here, or, you know, like, randomly getting frustrated with a game there and stuff like that. Like I say, I apologise. You guys know me. I ain't no fucking dick and stuff like that. I'm not gonna fucking lay into your out like that. I ain't gonna fucking... I mean, I used to get mad at fucking game stuff like that, but not so much. You know, it was more like, you know... Not rage as such, you know. It's like, fuck's sake, game. Give me a break kind of stuff, and, you know. But shit, no, I remember earlier this year, I got genuinely fucking mad. If it had been for the fact that my monitor was quite expensive, I'd have fucking thrown the pad through it, you know? And that ain't me, is it? That ain't fucking me. Here for a fucking laugh and to have some fun and, you know, ideally do some decent fucking commentary, and that is not decent commentary if you're being a salty bitch, or you being like, you know, you're a bit fucking under the weather and stuff like that. That's not great commentary. And, that's why, like I say, that is an example of something I would not consider, you know, supplementary, or like I say, the key word here that I keep repeating is arbitrary. Like, not really needed, just like self-imposed kind of rules kind of shit. Like I say, if you're not 100%, then how can you possibly ever give your best commentary at that given time? Makes sense, to me at least, anyway. Like, if I'm not feeling 100%, how can I be 100% as entertaining or, you know, do as good a commentary as what I could do? It's like, you can't. Because you're not feeling well. You're feeling downed or a bit bad about it or a bit sorry for yourself, or, like you say, you get easily frustrated or you get easily angry and stuff like that because you're not feeling right. So, like I say, I've always had that fucking rule. You're not feeling right, you don't record, don't stream. And unfortunately, it gets fucking in the way. And like I say, some nights, maybe I should have streamed when, you know, it's hard to put a percent, you know, do you feel 70% good? Do you feel 80% good? It's hard to put a percentage on it and stuff like that. Maybe some nights I could have streamed, but it would not have been right. It wouldn't have been normal. It'd have been subnormal, for lack of a better word. It would have been subpar, is the word there. You know, it would not have been up to the standard, at least. I mean, I don't pretend to have this, like, magical golden fucking standard. Like, as long as I feel 100% fine, then this stream, this playthrough, this commentary, this night is perfect. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I like to give it as good as I can give it. And if you're not feeling well, it feels like a car. And this year has been terrible for that. Fucking awful. I felt 100% fine for the full sum of maybe 1 month worth of combined time out of the last fucking 10. And I don't think that's even an exaggeration. I would say, like, even if you want to be really generous and say 2 months, it's still 2 months out of fucking 10. I felt like shit 80% of the fucking year so far. 80% of the fucking year. So it's not been fucking great at all. Doctors giving me shit pills and everything else, stuff like that, but like I say, I've not wanted to go on about it. It just dominated the first half of this year so much. I've just not wanted to, like, it's not like I've not wanted to let folk know what's going on. Like, sorry dudes, I'm not streaming this week. Or like, at least for a few days, I felt like shit for days and I don't think it's going anywhere. So, I'm not going to be streaming for a while. I've not wanted to worry people, because, like, folk get worried. There's a load of great folk around that watch my stuff and, like, support me and stuff like that, and they get worried. And I don't like to worry folk. Shit, even my mum gets worried. I swear to God, like, I put up a tweet, like, oh, feeling a bit rough today, lads, not streaming. She'll fucking call me in, like, 5 minutes. Are you feeling alright, Liam? You feeling alright? Like, yeah, well, you know, as not that bad, you know, like, not like fucking, I'm not going to hospital if that's what you're worried about. But like I said, I noticed that folk were getting worried quite a lot, and like I say, I think I said this on the shout box the other day. Like, I had the option. I can either let people know what's going on, but worry the fuck out of a load of folk, and there still be no stream. Or I can not say anything, because to be honest, I'm kind of, I mean, obviously I'm sick of being sick. And it's old. It's, you know, me being ill is old to me, and it's old to a lot of people this year. It's old. It needs to fuck off and be forgotten about. You know, fuck this year's illness and shit like it. It just needs to go. Go. Fuck off. Let me fucking stream and work, you know? Oh, says Keshimash. What are you doing? Where you going? Fair enough. But like I say, even I'm sick of me saying that I don't feel well this year. So I assume other people are as well. So like I say, I had the option. I can either worry people, still be sick of saying that I'm feeling unwell, and there still be no stream, or I can keep it to myself. People won't be worried, but I look like a bit of a twat. It's like, well, yeah, he's not streaming, and he's not even saying what's going on. That's the reason why I'm not saying what's going on. Like I say, I think people are bored of me saying I'm unwell, I'm bored of me saying I'm unwell, and people are getting worried about it. So, the flip side of that is that can be eliminated but it requires me to look like a twat. It's like, well, if 4K ain't gonna be worried so much, and I ain't gonna be pissing people off by saying I'm unwell, and I ain't pissing myself off by saying I'm unwell, that's the price I have to pay. That's the price I have to pay. I'd much rather look like a twat than have people worrying about if I'm gonna be really unwell or if, like, fucking borderline dying. I'll be honest, I'd fucking almost be wondering if I was borderline dying after, like, fucking 9 months. It's been longer than that. It's been running on for more than a year and a half. Like, I think it was about just over 2 years ago when this shit first started. But it's been this last year where it's been really shit. But like I say, soz lads, it's not ideal either way, is it? You know, either way, like, you don't know quite what's going on, the streams are irregular and stuff like that, and I'm not feeling well, so it's not great across the board, really, is it? But just in case you were wondering, like, why is he not tweeting when he's not streaming? Well, the only reason I'm not streaming is because I'm not well, and as I was saying, don't want to worry people. So that's the nutshell of it. But thank you very much, Alpha. Thank you very much, dude. So that was actually in relation to Alpha's tip there. He said, glad you're back, though. And I went off on a ramble. But there you go. And, Killing Koi. Oh, we got a stream chat and Killing Koi. Killing Koi. OTG. I just love your MGS streams. Can you please play Peace Walker, then Ground Zeroes? That would just be the cat's bejeebus. The cat's bejeebus. Yeah, it's on the cards, dudes. It's on the cards. Peace Walker first, then Ground Zeroes, then Metal Gear Solid 5. When that happens, I suspect when it's getting near time to play, well, near time for release of Metal Gear Solid 5, that's probably going to be the time when I roll out all the Metal Gear Solid games, Peace Walker, into Ground Zeroes, and then just near release, into 5, or maybe on release, I'll start the older Metal Gear Solid games, and then I'll go into Metal Gear Solid 5. But most certainly on the cards, dude. Most certainly on the cards. Both me, you, and a hell of a lot of people want to see the want to see the remaining Metal Gear games done. Definitely. Well, Metal Gear Solid games, let's say, done. Not Metal Gear games. That's something entirely different. But most guaranteed, Killing Koi. Most guaranteed, dude. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And Stream Chat says hug. Well, no, you can't. I don't think you can say a hug. It was an actioned hug. Very kind. Very kind. Thank you very much, Stream Chat. I suspect that was in relation to the stuff there and shit like that. The illness shit and stuff like that. Like I say, you guys have been fucking great. Really, really great. I have felt terrible. Not just, obviously with my stomach shit this year, but just mentally this year. The guilt. It's like two-pronged attack. Like, I feel bad because I'm not doing... I want to be streaming and doing what I fucking enjoy and shit, obviously, like... And so I feel bad from that,